everyone, so let's move towards our today's topic, which is
Norma Bacillus Part 2. Now, Norma Bacillus, we are talking about in this lecture the middle part of the Norma Bacillus. Now, Norma Bacillus, the middle part of the Norma Bacillus is further divided into two parts, the median part and the lateral part. Median part is very short, so I will discuss that part first. So median part having bone called as vomer bone, okay, and vomer bone is present in this part, and it consists of two fossas or two canal, basically not fossa, no, two canal. One is palatino-vaginal canal and another is vomerovaginal canal. Okay, now palatino-vaginal canal is basically connecting the palatine bone, okay, and the vomerovaginal canal is basically connecting to the vomer bone. Okay, you have to remember the content which are passing through these canal. So palatino-vaginal canal transmits maxillary artery and the vomerovaginal canal will transmit pterygopalatine vessel. Okay, it's not very much important for exam point of view, but you have to remember the name of the canal. Okay, now the lateral part, the most important and as well as the lengthy, you can say that it is a lengthy topic. The lateral part of the middle area of the Norma Bacillus consists of two parts, sphenoid bone, that is greater wing, and pterygoid part. Okay, basically the lateral part of the middle part, part of the middle area of the Norma Bacillus consists of temporal bone as well as sphenoid bone. As you know, as we have discussed in the middle cranial fossa, the lecture of the middle cranial fossa, that temporal bone consists of two parts, petrous part and the squamous part, and the sphenoid bone consists of two parts, pterygoid part and the greater wing and lesser wing as well. Now there are two parts which are involved in this region, that is greater wing as well as pterygoid part. Okay, now the pterygoid part will form pterygoid plate. Okay, and on that plate there are two fossas. Okay, number one fossa, the first fossa will be pterygoid fossa. Below pterygoid fossa, scaphoid fossa will be present, and on each side of the scaphoid fossa there is a plate which is continuing. That plate is called as pterygoid plate. Below scaphoid fossa there is a elevation, okay, and that elevated part is called as pterygoid humulus. Okay, as these all structure are present on pterygoid plate, so remember this point. तो pterygoid plate में कौन कौन से structure है? Pterygoid fossa, scaphoid fossa and pterygoid humulus. Now below the lateral most part or posterior to the orbital region there is a hollow or oval like structure called as infratemporal surface. Okay, that surface, that oval like or hollow like structure consists of some margin: anterior margin, postolateral margin, postomedial margin, anterolateral margin and anteromedial margin. Okay, now the easiest thing is the posterior part. The posterior part is divided into two parts, posterolateral and postomedial. So the postomedial part consists of so the posterior part is formed by temporal region, and like I said, the posterior part is divided into two regions, two margin, postomedial and posterolateral. So postomedial margin is formed by petrous part of the lateral bone or temporal bone, and the posterolateral margin is formed by squamous part of the temporal bone. Okay, so it's very simple. Now anterior margin is formed by anterior margin consists of inferior orbital fissure. The anterolateral margin is formed by infratemporal crest. Okay, and the anteromedial margin is formed by pterygoid process. So this was the thing you have to remember. Now foramen on the temporal bone and on the sphenoid bone. On the sphenoid bone there are two foramen, foramen ovale and foramen spinosum. foramen ovale से कौन कौन सी चीज़ें पास होती हैं? The shortcut is male, MALE. M for mandibular nerve, A for accessory meningeal artery, and L for lesser petrosal nerve, and E for emissory vein. The foramen spinosum, the structure which passed through this foramen spinosum, middle meningeal artery, middle meningeal vein, and mandibular nerve. Okay, so you have to remember this. Now temporal bone. The professor of the universities basically will teach you this temporal bone of the lateral part in very detail, but according to me it's not very much important. So you have to remember only the name of the foramen or the canal. So the temporal bone consists of two parts, petrous part and the squamous part, and the petrous part consists of two foramen, two openings, two hole basically. One is foramen lacerum and another is carotid canal. So you only have to remember this, and foramen lacerum consists of cartilage. Okay, so this was the topic you have to remember. Work hard, study hard, and good luck. Bye. Thank you.